Hey everybody, welcome. Kevin Kaufman and Fred Weaver here, and excited. We got another big announcement today, Kevin. We are welcoming the Utah Dream Home Team to eXp Realty, and our friend Brian, who, gosh, we've known each other for a decade
Brian,
now.
I was gonna say, when did we meet? I feel like it was 09, maybe it was 08.
It was right at the beginning of the short sale crash.
Yeah.
End of 08, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was end of 08. It was at latest early 09 for sure. So we definitely go back a minute. So it's good to be reconnected because we were at the same brokerage, or I should say same brand, different brokerage way back then. And now here we are, fast forward, it's the end of 2020 and reunited at last, and it feels so good, brother.
Good to be in business with you guys again. Yeah, we were all doing short sales back then. I was one of the very first guys, not the first, but one of the first and one of the biggest short sale players in Utah. And we ended up funneling business back and forth with each other back then.
We did, for sure, for sure. Well, Brian, it's good to welcome you, man. And I don't want to leave out the rest of this cast because, well, I mean, they're going to all tell us like they're more important than you. But we just started with you, man, because, you know, you're our buddy. We go back. But Belladonna, Kelly, Kyler, welcome, guys, to eXp. This is a big shift for you guys. I mean, this is a big transition for you guys and your team and kind of what's in store for you guys in the future. So tell us a little bit more about how all this came about and what's next. What's in store for you guys?
I guess I'll take that over because I did a ton of transactions on the short sale side and had a pretty good team going on until about 2013 when I had my brain tumor. Back then, I decided to just shift more to the investing side, which I've been done heavily ever since, enough to where I decided I wasn't going to be licensed agent at all, and I turned in my license back in 2017. And then about a year ago, I saw that there was an inverted yield curve on the U.S. Treasuries, and that's usually an indication of a recession coming. And I saw clouds forming on the horizon with what was going on, and so it was actually just myself and Belladonna, and we were talking, and we said, "Hey, what would you do differently if you started a team again?" And we started brainstorming, and then we brought in Kyler and said, "Hey, would this be something you'd be interested in?" And then for sure, I was like, and Kelly and I have worked together for a decade. He helped me negotiate those short sales.
Oh, come on. We know Kelly does all the work behind the scenes.
Totally does. I get the credit. It's never changed.
He's being quiet. Kelly definitely is the guy that gets it done.
So we decided, you know what, if we're going to build this team, none of us wanted to do it on our own because we know what that's like. And we also have our own stuff that we also do. Like I'm still doing the investing stuff. Belladonna does all the social media, has a Facebook course. Kelly still does a ton of business with his SOI. Kyler's had a car dealership for a while, sold that, still flips homes, buying rental properties. Like we're all doing different things, and we wanted to add this to it, not replace. And so in order to do that, we just decided to team up and just hit the ground running and create a big team that we can close a ton of transactions and change a lot of lives.
That's awesome. Well, Belladonna, I mean, I feel like, you know, we've known Brian a while, but I've gotten to know you really well recently. And I remember some of our early conversations about eXp, and you just really connected to not only the opportunities available for all agents inside eXp, but specifically how this would be a great platform for you guys to run your business and some of the stuff you do. So tell us, I mean, you know, what are you most excited about here as you're transitioning into eXp?
Oh my God, I'm excited about all of it. And it really, it's like seriously not to discount how big of a move this was for us. I was with the same broker my whole career. Our broker is our old broker is a good personal friend. I had personally been with him since I got licensed in 2005. So for me to say it was a big deal to change companies, it is somewhat of an understatement. And so,
yeah. I mean, you know, that's the thing is like, you know, Belladonna, like in my experience of kind of getting to know you and the crew through this process, like you made that clear from the very beginning, like you saw the opportunity here, and obviously it was big enough to get you to want to move. But it wasn't like wasn't like you were dissatisfied. You in fact, you
No.
really loved where you're a broker and the environment that you'd been in. You put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into that. But
Blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah,
something pulled you to it, right? You just had to, like, there was something you had to chase down.
it was. And I really personally, I don't know if anybody else has struggled with just it's like getting a divorce, you know, you're like, what are we going to do with the kids? But you know, I haven't been on staff for a long time at our old company, but I was one of their managing brokers at one point, their COO, I mean, I was really embedded. So I kind of felt like that was still my company, even though it's not my company. Now I'm like, wait a minute. Now it is my damn company, right?
Right.
So that's definitely one of the things that got me super excited about it. And also, because I know you touched on, I think Brian touched on it, I have an online course to teach agents how to market, right? Specifically for agents who couldn't afford to do what big teams do and spend all these thousands of dollars, but like, hey, I've got to get in the game somehow, right? And so I work with agents all over the country, helping them with that. And to actually have a legitimate chance to grow our team outside the bounds of our state in a real way, and actually really be able to partner with people and not have to charge them to do it. It's like, that's the thing of beauty. I'm so stoked about that whole thing.
Yeah, it's such an incredible platform that eXp has built, right? I think one of the misnomers about eXp is people early on, if it's newer in their area, they think, well, maybe I like or I don't like the person that's there, but this isn't a franchise system. Nobody owns a territory. Maybe somebody got there before you did, but eXp is not owned by any one agent, right? eXp has grown from 3,500 agents in October of 2017 to over 38,000 at the end of October of 2020. And it's all happened very organically. Agents like ourselves telling other agents about the company, right? There's no manager or recruiters that are hired by the company in these states or regions to do it. So it's just quite incredible. And it creates an amazing opportunity, right? It really is a very entrepreneurial environment where you can do things like run your investor business better, smarter, and more economical than you have before, where you can partner with people that you know through across the country through your training. So it's a really cool thing.
Yeah. Oh, just for me, right? Really embedded in the kind of how the market has been changing, right? And everybody's like, ooh, Red Door is the disruptor. Oh, Zillow is the disruptor. Oh, the iBuyer is the disruptor. I'm like, bullshit. eXp is the disruptor. It's the dark horse.
I used to say all the time, like, everyone talks about us as agents getting disrupted. And that, not to discount it, like, no doubt the way we do business today is different than the way it was 5-10 years ago. But truthfully, it's the brokerage model that has been disrupted in a major way because it's simple. Like Glenn Sanford, the founder, like one of the things that's just, he's so brilliant and subtle about him is he just saw something that didn't work anymore. And he went, we got to have a better way to do this. And he did it, right? He just created a better way to do this. And now we've got, like, the game has totally changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in a really exciting way. And I personally just really feel like everything that's happened this year, I'm not at all surprised about the growth with eXp, just like hockey stick growth on the chart, because as agents have now been forced to recognize the fact that, hey, in the world of COVID, it's never going to go back to the way it was. There was only one shop on the block that was set up that wasn't disrupted at all, that could completely function 100% business as usual, and had actually equipped their agents with tools to deal with the environment that we're in now, quarantines and, oh, look at this. Like, agents got introduced to Zoom for the first time, some of them,
Right.
I love it. Well, Kelly and Kyler, let's let you guys get a couple words in here. I know one of the things that we've all talked about, offline, obviously with Facebook here, is that, eXp in Utah hasn't really gained a lot of traction. You all live in the greater Salt Lake City area, and in your guys' backyard, eXp's to a degree kind of still unheard of or unknown. I mean, maybe share with us a little bit about some of the things that excite you about eXp and kind of what you feel like the opportunity may look like, inside of Utah and beyond.
Want me to go first, Kelly? Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, for me, last year, we, like Brian said, we were kind of sitting there and, I've been on teams, I've ran teams, I've closed a lot of deals, but the biggest thing I wanted back was my freedom. I like making money and, doing all that, but we decided like, I don't want to do it by myself because then I'm stuck all the time in my office. And when it's snowing, I want to be snowboarding or I want to be on the lake, and it's winter here, guys. Like, it's snowing right now. We're going to be open in 2 weeks. And just the lifestyle that comes with being by yourself is not conducive to the lifestyle that we want to have. And so we decided to work together. And what's interesting is we all have very different skill sets. I can't do what Kelly does. I can't do what Belladonna does. I can't do what Brian does, but I do what I would do very well. And so together, if it's, and lucky for me, Belladonna doesn't want to go snowboarding. So
I'm at work. I'm at work when they're snowboarding and they mock me on Facebook.
We're in a board meeting. It's private board meeting. We're excited about eXp for the same reason. It's we're going to be able to run the business more the way that we want to do it and not be handcuffed. I'm not saying anything bad about the previous companies I've been with, but we're going to have a little more freedom to run things the way that we want to. And I'm really excited about the the national and international business opportunities. I'm trilingual. I speak Spanish and Portuguese. I can see having hubs in other states, growing internationally. It just it's a really big opportunity.
That's awesome, man. That's the thing about eXp. I think that sometimes is missed is what they're really about. eXp is really all about time, freedom, and leverage, and being able to run your business as you see fit. The fact is, we have so many options as professionals in real estate. It doesn't have to look one way. And what happens, I think, with a lot of the older model brokerages is we tend to get like, everything looks similar, right? We all run the same model because that's what we're taught inside of one, these four walls. But when you remove those walls, you realize eXp is here for collaboration. It's so you can go snowboarding when you want and still have a business that runs and
right.
Give you the flexibility for you guys to do things the way you see fit.
Yep. It's exciting.
Well, Kelly, we know one of your roles on the team is cleaning up all the stuff these guys do and making it better and refining it. So what do you want to jump in and say now that they've all had an opportunity to share some things?
It's funny you should bring that up because these guys know that I'm like the numbers guy. I'm the one that likes to overanalyze things. And as we were discussing eXp, I was running all kind of like number scenarios. I wanted to see, okay, what's the nitty gritty? Because really I didn't have any real solid reason to leave our last brokerage. But when I started looking at the numbers and the more I learned about eXp and the amount of opportunity that it provides was so immense that really it just became a no-brainer. And I mean, that was exactly the term we used. And these guys know, I think I brought some numbers in. I'm like, well, guess what? I was looking at this angle, I was looking at this angle, and from this side, then we could do this and this and this. And then when you were just talking about that too, just the ability to grow a business beyond just your local market. How do you even label that? That is just an immense opportunity for someone to go and do incredible things. And so for us, it really did become a no-brainer. And so, like Bella said, we're just excited. We're thrilled. We're just getting our feet wet. And it seems like we still learn more things about eXp all the time, but we couldn't be more excited.
That's awesome, guys. Well, one of the things that I'm excited about, sorry, Brian, I'll just say real quick and let you take over, is I'm excited for the collaboration. I've really enjoyed getting to know you guys more over the last few months. I've known Brian a while, and, he obviously introduced us to you guys over the last few months. And, I just think one of the powerful parts of this model is that it's not just about what one of us brings to the table, but it's the cumulative whole. And I love that you guys really you run your team that way, right? It's not a team that's just about one person as the leader. All four of you guys lead the team, and you have other team members that, that are a part of the team, and you're growing that team right now, have new people coming on this week, in fact. And so I just think like now we're multiplying that even more, right? It's not just the four of you, but now you can bring Kevin and I in there. You can bring our business partner and sponsor at eXp, Curtis Johnson, into that, and so many more people, Jay Kinder, Michael Reese, guys that we've known for a while, right, Brian? And so now it's about what can we all bring together, sort of this great big mastermind that we can collaborate and help each other grow and more efficiently and more profitably and with lots more time run our business and also have a great balance in life. So I'm excited for that. Excited to see you guys grow your team. And I think you guys are really just getting started. I mean, I know you've been at this a while, but I think you guys are in some ways just getting started when it comes to sort of this team and real estate 2.0 transition that you're in. So Brian, what are you thinking, man?
What we say this morning, Brian? We're getting ready to, like, seriously, we're here to kick ass and take names. That's all there is to it.
We're going to disrupt the market here.
So I've been on the investor side for a long time, for a solid decade. And, you know, one of the things that with the multiple brokerages that I've been with, and all have their advantages and all have their disadvantages, but they're looking for the normal, like, run of the mill. We want you to fit inside of our box, or we don't want you here, or we want to change you to fit inside our box. And as an investor, investors really don't fit inside the box really well. That's why we're different. We're entrepreneurs. We think outside the box to try and figure out deals that most agents can't get done. They don't fit inside the box. And so that's one reason why I thought it was.
Oh, perfect.
Man, y'all are really disrupting things today. That's for sure. Taking things up around here, Brian.
So, you know, fitting in, you know, I guess I don't like fitting inside of any one box. I try to break all the walls I possibly can and grow and help other people grow with me. And I also like, from the team perspective, that the caps for our agents that come on our team are really low. They're really low. And so our agents, actually, our buyers agents or agents that come on our team, buyers, seller agents, also make more money being on our team. And that, you know, I want to make sure that the people on our team actually make money and can actually grow and start investing and at one point in time be on their own, start their own team. And you know, it's really hard when the brokerages take so much money from the new agents. And we wanted, that was a big thing. I want to make sure our agents make money.
I love it. There's a lot of opportunity here. It's really an equal opportunity game. You know, eXp has stocks, eXp has revenue share, eXp has all this collaboration, right? eXp has this amazing healthcare plans. Like, we have so many things. We have 50 plus hours of live training. I won't even try to go into all of it, but
you have the real estate version of WOW.
Yeah, there you go. Oh,
for those who aren't,
say that one more time. I love that.
You have the real estate version of WOW. Like,
that's incredible.
Everybody that's not a gamer, that's World of Warcraft, folks.
I didn't catch that.
I love it. I love it. Well, I think it's safe to say that like, some people are calling and texting each other, probably sending you guys messages right now, like, you did what? Because you guys have kept this under wraps pretty good. So I'll just sort of close and wind down by saying, welcome to eXp. I'm sure there's way more unanswered questions here today than there are answered questions, but I know you all are available and ready to talk to people who think you're crazy, want to know more. Tell me about this. I've never heard of this company before. Wait, what's this team thing? What's this investor friendly stuff? Like, I know y'all are prepared and ready to take those questions. So I'm excited to let people reach out to you. Tell us a little bit more about how can people, you know, contact you guys? What should they do to reach out and learn a little bit more and make sure they get the truth of this story and maybe not what other people may try to spin around it?
So I'll jump in for me. Probably the easiest way, if you don't happen to just have my contact info in your phone, although I'm online so much, if you Google my name, you'll get my email, you'll get my phone number. It all just comes up. But text, email, Facebook for sure. I live on Facebook Messenger, right? Facebook Messenger, you can send me a carrier pigeon. You can drop by our new office, which is right here in Sandy, in the Willow Creek Plaza. What is our address? 8160 Highland Drive, Suite C7. And it's super cool. It's going to be our office is going to be completely different. Our logos are, Kyler, I just found out our logos we should have it by Monday, but we're going to have we've got giant high ceilings. We're going to have one wall that's all snowboards. And so.
Love it.
Yeah, it's a fun place. They could just drop in and say hi too.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Well, reach out to these guys directly. If you know Brian or Belladonna or Kelly or Kyler, like, they're all tagged here on Facebook. Send them a message, reach out. I know you have other ways to connect with them, but you know, I would just say, like, there was something about eXp that once you saw it, you guys couldn't unsee it, right? Once you've tasted it, you kind of can't untaste that anymore. And so for those that are out there that are curious, that don't know much about it, like, do yourself a favor and check it out. I think that eXp is absolutely the most agent-centric brokerage out there. If there was another one, I'd be there, but I don't think any other brokerage rewards or gives consideration to agents' future better than eXp Realty. And that's why we all get so excited about it, is because we're not just making the guy that started it rich, or the guy that got in and bought it some territory or the franchise early, but it's all these opportunities that are available to us, and this entrepreneurial culture where we can really create a lot of unique, special, customized things that aren't available at other brokerages. So reach out to these guys. Anything you want to say in closing, Kevin?
No, dude, I mean, you nailed it. Guys, reach out. If anybody that we know wants to chat with them, like, reach out to us and we'll connect you directly too with any of the all four of them. They're awesome people. And I'm looking forward to seeing what we can all build together.
Woohoo!
Awesome.
All right, guys. Thanks for your time today. Goodbye, Facebook world. We'll talk to everybody later. Have a great one.
Thanks for having us, guys.
See you later.
All right, guys. Bye.
Guys.